What up, guys? It's your boy, Sauce. See, it felt like another rant. A ranty rant. Yeah, there's nothing really much going on with me. I want to thank those of you that reached out to me in my rough time there. Has nothing to do with online, so I don't even think it has anything to do with you. The person knows who I'm talking to. Because I really don't care. Just turn from the hate and come back. So yeah. We had a storm last night and it sounded weird again. It was isolated thunderstorm, it was called. We don't usually get those here. We get thunderstorms, but not isolated thunderstorms. Like it's only to a small spot. And yeah, so there's a couple guys, they're out there, they're asking me, well, there's one guy, he wants to do chapter reads. And then like a group chapter read, and then we sit there and we explain what we think this means. I think it's a good idea, it sounds awesome, but honestly, I told him I don't have the time right now. Got too much stuff going on. Like I'm in mourning, I'm in battle, I'm in prayer, stuff like that. And yeah, there's one guy, I just apologize to him for not messaging you or answering your call there. Gotta understand with me, I told you the little excuse. I stand by that too. I don't like talking. I'd rather sit there and type to you, but I don't like talking. Why? Because when I'm typing, I can jump and look for things and show you things as I'm thinking to explain things. You know what I mean? I can't do that when I'm talking. It's all on top of my head and it's like my word against yours. And I don't like to debate either. Debating's pointless. It causes division. And I've been against division the whole time. So why I got upset with my one friend there is because he was pushing division. And I'm telling you, come back. You don't have to like rage and do this war thing. Just come back and ignore it. Like forget about it and move on. You're causing yourself more stress and stuff, and then you think every post you post, I'm thinking your post is about me. Dude. Like seriously? I'm not you. So everything you accused me of was you, or is you, should I say. And you know what? All I'm telling you is you don't have to do any of that. You just turn from it and come back. You don't have to rage with these guys. Ignore them. Don't even talk to them. You got 4 haters? Who cares? Out of 100? You let these people control you. You let me control you. Everything I gave you was for you to look at yourself, to correct yourself. Do you not think I've been looking at myself and correcting myself as I'm doing this to you? It's called hard love, buddy. I actually care about you. You can't say that about me. And you know what? I don't care if you care about me or not, because I'm here for your soul. I'm here to save your soul and to turn you away from evil and corruption and fucking hatred and all that stuff. Mega Man was against me. Angler even turned against me there. And I love Angler to death. He actually pulled through. And I'm so happy he did. The ones I turn to, the ones I'm drawn to, turn on me. Especially if I stand up for them. The ones that come to me are drawn to me. They don't turn on me. They don't become my enemy or anything like this. And I'm not even his enemy. This is something he wants, I guess. And anyone that has a problem with me, come and talk to me. You don't have to do this, oh, this person is just so fraud and all this is paint the person bad. I don't do that. That's actually evil. That's false. You know nothing about me. I told you for 2 years when I said you didn't listen to a single word I said. That was 2 years of my shit that you didn't listen to. You didn't take in a single word. And I have to remind you of what I said. Because I'm not a liar. I stand by what I say. I stand by what I do. I stand by truth. And I have no problem calling out hypocrisy as it's evil. I don't stand with socialist commies who try to control everyone and then get mad when they can't. These type of people will kill you the second you disagree with them. They will throw you under the bus. They will sacrifice you just to save their ass. Because they're cowards. I wouldn't fight with these guys on the battlefield. They'd send you ahead first knowing there's a booby trap just so you get blown up so they can go through safe. And no warnings. Oh, there's a booby trap there, and they know it's there. Just some metaphors there for you. But yeah, I haven't even been doing spoken thoughts or rants. If I have been, I haven't been releasing them because it's pointless. Because I'm constantly having to expose someone where I could just say one thing and it exposes him and it has nothing to do with him or these people. And they think I'm talking about them or something like that. This is the first video, to be honest. Yeah. So as a MGTOW, you know why I stand by MGTOW? It taught me female nature. Taught me feminism, all that stuff. Gynocentrism. And yeah. These type of people, they are men. And I see them. Their only targets are men. They used to be in the philosophy, and then all of a sudden there's this hatred push towards this philosophy. I will tell you, MGTOW is not a truth movement. MGTOW is a philosophy, it's not a truth movement. So one guy that says he's a MGTOW, he follows a philosophy, and he's spitting out all these truth bombs like red pills and stuff, that has nothing to do with the MGTOW philosophy. Most of these guys that say they're truthers are fakes. They're just pushing other people's information. You know why I say I don't say I have the answers? Because every answer out there is twisted by government, by fucking people that want you to be distracted. Everything you see online is a twisted up piece of information. Someone else that runs into this information will twist it up into their own words. All your information is wrong. I was in the I was in this conspiracy stuff, this truth movement for 15 fucking years. And it was all fucking mixed messages, mixed stories, false stuff. There was some truth in it, but most of it was vanity. Just bullshit. Half the stuff you can't even show any proof to it. It's just all theories. So everyone I see today is going around trying to theorize about everyone and how they are, when I say something to you and I expose something to you about you, I'm showing you something that I see in you. I'm not trying to make up these lies and stuff. I'm actually telling you what I see in you. And yeah, I will tell everyone, hatred begets hatred. If you keep pushing out hatred and you keep crying, wondering why you have no friends and why you're hated so much, stop pointing out and point in. You think you're morally driven and all this stuff when these type of people that do this stuff, that used to say they were MGTOW, all this stuff, they don't have a single moral bone in them. They don't care about anyone but themselves. And you know what? I'm in the MGTOW groups. I'm in this big group for the men, to help them when they're at their lowest, when they're about to give up and stuff. Because they're emotionally and mentally tormented by these women. These women they just want to be with. They wanted to be with, and they were picked up. A lot of them are assholes. A lot of them are dicks, yeah. A lot of them don't deserve it. A lot of them are real good guys that want the best for everyone. Male, female, don't matter. A lot of these guys did nothing wrong. A lot of these guys were dragged through the system and pushed to suicide. And all they wanted was their family. But that was taken because someone got bored. You won't know everyone's story out there. The next guy's story is going to be totally different than yours. The next guy next to him is going to be totally different than his and yours. So some of us love different too. Some of us have been so tormented that we stopped loving. So I could see, it's like, if the world's not going to give you love, why would you give it love? A lot of people don't know what love is. Love is unconditional. It's not placed with conditions. You shouldn't be saying, oh, you have to do this or else. That's not love. I just watched a 30 plus year relationship of my parents. And I watched a lot of bad. I watched a lot of good. They fought through it all together. My mom always made more money than my father. She not once said he's not making enough. They were a team. They put their money together, but I don't agree with that. This is the only couple I've seen throughout my life that's lasted this long. That's done everything the proper way. Yeah, I've seen my mom take a baseball bat to my father's head, and they're still fought through it. Because that's what love is. Love will make you fight through to the end. Not give up the first second you can. Which a lot of people seem to like doing, is giving up. You get confronted by someone, you give up and run and hide. You guys need some men in your life. Some men in your life to teach you how to stand up on your own 2 feet. Instead of running and cowering every time you run into a problem. I faced my problems. I taught myself that. You know, I said my parents were together for 30 years, but I was homeless. You guys know my story. I said they all abandoned me. You know what? Forgiveness is a great trait to have. Forgiveness won't let you hold on and dwell on hatred. Forgiveness is love. And you know what? But my little issue there that I was just talking about with Buddy. You know what? I'll say it. I forgive you. Come back. All you have to do is message me. I'll invite you back into that group chat. I'll even talk to Shinobi and see if he can invite you back to that group. You don't need this division. You don't need this for yourself. And if I didn't care about you, I wouldn't have done any of this. I'm just saying that. All I would say was stop painting people as bad pictures. Stop talking about things you know nothing about. You want to learn about this stuff? I will teach you. I'll give you little bits and pieces and send you my chapters and all this stuff. You don't even have to read. All you have to do is listen to me. Read it. Stop trying to prove it wrong. You might as well go try to prove everything else wrong. Like, you won't prove it wrong. There's too much lies out there. There's too much mixed, twisted up information. What does your internal confirmation say? And you gotta stop thinking about flesh things like meat eating and vegetarian. None of this is spiritual. This is all worldly stuff. So when you look up the word flesh in the Bible, what do you get? You don't get nothing about eating. It's all spiritual talk. Has nothing to do with your reality that you see right now. The hard table you can touch and feel has nothing to do with any of that. That's all flesh. So when you're eating flesh, you're eating the world's, let me restate it. When you're eating the flesh, you're eating the world's ideologies. You're eating man's ways. All this stuff was created by man. And you can't say you're the only vegetarian out there either. Because I know many that don't do what you do. All this meat eating cult stuff, like, this is all bullshit. Pardon my language. I'm gonna take the lashes for that lady. I'm serious, I will. Something's going to come and hit me because I was swearing. Yeah, guys. The moral of my video, the moral of my story is we don't need this hatred. We don't need this division. I don't even like exposing like that. But when you go to make up lies about me, I'm going to have to do what I have to do. I'm going to have to tell the truth. I can't just sit there and let lies be made up. And you know what? I'm not even upset about it. I'm the one saying, come back, come back, come back. Come back, buddy. Why are you doing this? Come back. Because I'm there? My presence bothers you? Don't even talk to me. Come back. Just sit back and learn, man. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to justify? What are you trying to gain? You trying to gain power? Control? You won't get that here. Not one man will stand by you when you try to control them. We're not pushovers. And you know what? I'm actually glad that you stood up to me. But I didn't appreciate the lies either. Because I didn't deserve that. A messenger of Satan to buffet me. But yeah, all you have to do is call me. Apologize for what you did. I'll apologize. I already said sorry many times. Sorry. So yeah, when it started, this all started, it was a lack of communication between each other. And then now all it's assumptions. When all you have to do is come to me and ask me. Are you thinking this about me? Are you thinking this about me? Sauce, do you feel this way about me? And I'll tell you. I'll tell you straight up why too. If I do, I'll tell you straight up why. And it's not to be against you, it's to edify you. Because I've been in that path. I was in that path for over 10 years. And that path led me to almost suicide. And I know exactly what you're doing with your nano there and everything. Trying to claim. But yeah, it's not hard to see the truth, buddy. All you have to do is let it go and come back. None of us are actually against you. We just don't agree with your foaming at the mouth type thing. When I say foaming at the mouth, I'm not actually saying you're foaming at the mouth. I'm saying you're freaking out, like you're so pissed off that you're almost foaming at the mouth. And no matter what we say, you don't want to hear. You don't even read it, I don't even think. You just keep in your own head and you keep going with the rage. You say you're driven by anger, which isn't a good thing. The anger is going to lead you to destruction. Take it from someone that knows. And yeah. One day you'll be sitting there thinking like, he was right. I should listen to him then. Now look where I am. Because everyone else does. Years and years later. And you know what? I don't even say, don't thank me. I even say, don't thank me. Thank the Most High, because He's the one that gives me these words to give you, to edify yourself. Because if it was just me, I wouldn't care. I would tell you to go F off and go fall in a ditch somewhere. And that's just me. That's my flesh. My flesh only cares about itself. My spirit, because Jesus is in me, He cares about you, and I care about you. And all we want is not this war. We want this unity and all this stuff. And then everyone just wants war with us. Because we believe in God. Because I say I believe in God. There's something about that bothers people. They have to try to prove it wrong and stuff. When none of it has to do with flesh, with the world, with the stuff we see in front of us. It's all spiritual, it's all internal, the kingdom is within. Internal confirmation. So I was given a measure of faith since I was born. I've had this faith since I was born. And then you got people coming and telling you that your faith is false, but you were born with it since you were a baby and no one taught you this stuff. And you're just confirming it by reading it in the Bible. Do you even know what an eternal confirmation is? There's some homework for you. Go do some research. Because don't believe me, I'll tell you what worked for me and that's it. If it doesn't work for you, throw it out. Well, I'll tell you right now, if you truly turn to it, you won't be throwing it out. You be saying like, well, why didn't I know this before? Why didn't I know this before? Like, I can see this happening right now. So Daniel 11, I shared that last night on my community with Michael's as the speaker there. And yeah, I see that right now. And he uploaded that in 2018. But I would suggest try not to listen to these speakers so much and go in the actual Bible and read it yourself. See what you get. So the guy that wants to do this group chat, I am totally down for that. But like I said, I'll probably miss half of them or maybe most. And yeah, give me a heads up. Give me like a week's heads up, or give me a date or something. And I'll see if I can work with that. If I show up, I show up. If I don't, I don't. If it's just you, like I said, you could use my chapter reads. If it just ends up just you doing it, that's fine too. I'll still watch and listen to it. I'll still leave my opinion in the comments of what I thought that chapter means and everything. I'll even do some research on what others think for you. But right now, time's a little tight, guys. Like, I'm having trouble even answering phone calls and stuff from you guys. And it's not you guys, it's me. There's no excuses, really. It's just, I don't like talking. I've had people bug me to come on stream for years now, and I still haven't. I just don't like talking. But that's my social skills. That's my flaw. That's my issue. You guys know where to find me? I'm right there. I'm always here if you guys want to talk, enemy or not. I'm always here. And one last thing to the guy this video is mostly directed at. Like I said, I'm not against you. All you have to do is message me. You don't have to post all these weird, have people feel bad for me because this guy doesn't agree with me type posts. Because I called you out and exposed some things. You know what? I didn't even like doing that, buddy. And you can delete them if you want. Like I said, you keep them up, you're pretty much just keeping them for your haters. So, I'm telling you, you can delete them. I already have screenshots, just in case you decide to play some more games. But yeah, you don't need to do this. I was never your enemy. When I said you spit my faith, is because you got offended when I kept saying I believe in Jesus. And then you kept talking about the Mongols and all that stuff. And I'm telling you, like, I don't believe in this stuff. And you're still throwing it at me. And then I tell you, I don't believe in this false Jesus that you sent me. I believe in the Bible. I believe in Jesus Christ. I plead the blood. And you said, I don't plead the blood. And then you sent me a false Jesus figure. Your idol worship, man. This is what I meant about idol worship. You worship all these people you see. And none of the stuff he was speaking in that video was truth. It was all his opinion. It's painted as a good picture when the devil does that. The devil paints his stuff with no flaws. And when a flaw is exposed, he gets mad. Yeah, just turn from it and come back to the group. That's all I'm asking, is come back from the group and stop this hate and stop this war. So when I laughed my ass off at that post you made like a month ago, is because you made it a month ago. I just saw that. It came up on my feed. I don't watch your stuff like a hawk. It came up on my feed and I laughed because it was contradicting yourself. You were just talking about this a month ago and now you're doing this to me. And all this stuff. All this hate and war and stuff. So you pretty much just threw all that, what you said, out the window. And I'm only telling you this to edify you, buddy. You can become a better person. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying that anger and that hatred you have is bad. But I'm not saying you in general are a bad person. I actually think we had a good friendship for 2 years until whatever made you blow up and get all defensive because I pointed at your anger and stuff. What do you expect? You telling me you got darkness, you feel like you're going to die, you sense death is coming. You see demons. You're driven by anger. What do you expect from a Christian? To him stand by and agree with you and say, yeah, it's okay, you keep doing this? You call me a fake man of God when you don't even know the Bible. And that didn't bother me, by the way. Because I know me. I know what I believe. And a man of God. If I wasn't a man of God, I would be letting you rot in the ditch right now. I wouldn't be making this video, this 33-minute long video, talking to you, trying to reach out. And you know what? I'll probably even leave this unlisted and just send it to you. And don't mind my tone. My tone might sound annoyed and stuff, but that's just me. You should know me by now. For 2 years now, 2+ years. I'm not angry. I'm upset. I'm not angry. There's a difference. Do you know the difference of an upset person and an angry person? More research for you? So, I was asking you what your purpose is. Do you have a purpose here? What's your purpose? To expose? What are you exposing? You're exposing lies with lies? So, who are you helping? What are you helping? Are you trying to turn others to vegetarians? That's just a question. I'm not against it, but there's a better way. If that's the case, there's a better way of going with it about talking to people. You don't need to judge their meat. You know why Jesus told Peter to kill and eat so he can go and be with the ones that he can't reach. And where does God say kill and eat? Look it up, dude. Stop trying to prove it wrong. Jesus told Peter to kill and eat anything he thinks is unclean, so he can go and reach the ones he can't reach, that are in the things that he's not in. So, say I invite you to a barbecue. You bring your own meal and everything, and then you start getting mad because I start eating my steak or my burger in front of you. And you start raging at me. Peter didn't do this to the people. He actually sat down and ate with them to reach them. So, there's a little example in the Bible of how you can edify yourself to reach other people about this vegetarian stuff. You don't even have to eat. You could just sit there and talk to them. Eat your veg, let them eat their meat, and talk to them and tell them what you think is, show them the facts that you know. Because you got to think, these people have their own life too. They have their own choices to make. So when I exposed everything to you about how you were acting, that was to edify you. It's not the proper way. I didn't do it the proper way, that's for sure, and I'll admit to that. I exposed a little too much. And I've been praying, forgive me, Father, like I shouldn't have done that. Help him. Help him see like what I'm trying to do here. What am I doing wrong? The Lord gave me, you were a stumbling block before all this happened. And right when I was given that, you all of a sudden saying I turned on you and everything. I'm still here. I'm still messaging you. I don't know. Like, what the hell?